All right, I almost need to turn this thing sideways or catty corner. It's so big it almost doesn't want to fit in the screen. This is the Schrade schf 28, and it is a large knife. So it's only appropriate, since we're talking about large knives this weekend, that we go over this thing. It is a chunk of steel. Let me just say that first off. It's got this little Velcro keeper strap at the top. It's got a heavy duty plastic sheath that it rides in. And this thing is just an absolute beast. I've used it a little bit, and I can't say enough good about it. There's a few drawbacks, and we'll get to those in a minute. But first, let's take a look at the blade style. It's a recurve type blade. It's very similar to, I'd say, like a bolo, or a combination between a kukri and a tie end up a little bit, with the way that it's got this recurve section for fine work and this finger choil so you can choke up on it. But then it's got this large sweeping belly on it for the heavier tasks, as far as like chopping and stuff like that. Now, traditionally, when people have a big knife like this, they usually put a differential grind on it or different sharpening. So back here, it may be a little bit finer. Up here, it may be more of a working edge. And then right around here, for maybe, say, opening up a fish or something like that for food prep, it'll be a little bit finer up here, because when you're chopping with this thing, you almost never use this section of the blade. All the chopping is done right here in this sweeping belly. And like I said, all the fine work, the woodwork, the feather sticks is done right here. So it's a recurve style blade. If you look close, it's got removable rubber handle scales, and they are very grippy. I usually don't like stuff that's got finger grooves in it, but this is the exception. It is just very, the ergonomics on it is just very nice, and I like that it widens out here, because when you're chopping, you can get a different grip on it, and you don't feel like it's gonna slide out of your hand. The one thing that I do not like about it is this thumb ramp right here. This jimping on the thumb ramp, when you're holding it, it bites into the webbing of your hand. But if you've got thick gloves on, it's not that much of a hindrance. But I mean, you could take a file and really get rid of that if you wanted to. I don't like altering blades too much, so I left it as it is, because when I'm using a big knife like this, I usually do have heavy, thick gloves on. It is a heavy knife. Let me just say that. It is not like a belt knife. It is like about 3 belt knives. It's heavier than a machete. I can tell you that right now. And the way this thing's ground, it's a little bit thick behind the edge for doing fine work, but it works. Like I said, these big knives, they're a jack of all trades, master of none is the best way to describe it. That said, if you ever feel like you've got moisture down under these handle scales, once again, they're removable with just a few simple tools. You can take them off, clean under them, maybe put some kind of fixing wax or something like that to keep them waterproof and nice and keep rust from setting in. But I think I gave around $35 for this knife, and it's a great value. And it's the schf 28 from Schrade.